Yo, yo.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Real talk.
How's it going? Bam.
Man, I can't complain, man. Is my sound good? You don't hear my fan in the background. Everything good?
Nope. If you don't hear
perfect.
my fan, I don't hear your fan.
We all good, man. We
both
all
got
good.
fans going, so.
Yeah, you know, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot right now outside. So.
It is. What happened? It was supposed to be like 40. We go from 40 to 80 in like 2 hours, right?
Damn weather do what it want to do.
That's like, what's going on? I don't know whether to wear the furs or the flip-flops or,
just have it in your
so
trunk.
Confused right now.
You got to have everything in the trunk, just ready for whatever.
I know, right? You got to just throw everything in the trunk and then throw it all up against the wall and let it do what it do, right?
Straight up. For real, though.
So
yeah.
I just want to welcome everyone. We got people joining in. Yep, they're joining one by one. But today, you guys, this is season 2 of Real Talk Houston with Carlotta B. We are in episode 5, and we are lucky enough to have BRYSON Brown with us today. Professional
with a little claps.
Stand-up comedian in the building. Woo, woo.
Yeah, with a little horn.
All right. So I just want to welcome you. I know you flying out in the morning. You got to go to work. So I'm just thankful. Grind. Yeah, I'm just thankful that you were here to, you had some time to join us today. I know you couldn't make it into the studio, but I'm glad you made time to chat with me a little bit before you jet out for your weekend excursions for work.
Good. Yeah, all good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm glad we was able to set it up. I was supposed to come in like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Came back. The 19 hit me. I got hit with the 19, the little COVID-19, so I was out of pocket for a couple weeks. But I'm asymptomatic, asymmetrical. How you say that word?
Asymptomatic.
Yeah, I'm that. So I ain't had no symptoms, so I was able to come outside in 5 days, according to the CDC.
Right. Well, I'm happy about that. I'm glad you were asymptomatic, and happy you had a quick recovery and all is well. Yeah. Thank God for that. I want to let everyone know that today's show is sponsored by Lisa Roberts. That's Leisa. She is your Texas realtor. Lisa is a real estate tycoon in the Houston area, and her goal is to build your wealth through real estate. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Lisa and what she's going to do for you guys. We have a special treat coming up. She's actually going to be giving away a Papados gift card. All right.
Okay.
So if everybody know me, I want to get in that myself because Papados is
your
my
little
favorite
swamp thing
restaurant.
up out of there. Yeah.
So I'm like, hey man, just give it to me. Just give it to me. But yeah. So we're going to be giving away a Papados gift card. Lisa is generous enough to do that for the listeners out there. So I just want you guys to make sure you stay tuned. You're going to have to DM me your name and your information so I can pass it on to Lisa. We're going to have you guys enter into a drawing, and somebody is going to win a Papados gift card. And we're going to announce the winner on next week's show. All right?
That's what's up. Shout out to Lisa.
Yeah. So if you can enter too, BRYSON, you got to enter too.
Yeah, I need that swamp thing. You know, I love me a good Papados platter. You know what I mean? You know.
Got to have that Grand Marnier floater, though.
Oh, I ain't had that when I flew with. Okay. That's next on the menu.
It ain't a swamp thing unless it has the floater. Grand Marnier floater, you got to add that.
Okay.
All right.
Put me on
so Lisa's with Keller Williams Realty, you guys. So we're going to talk a lot more about Lisa later on in the show. Okay. So again, today we got BRYSON Brown with us. I want to start out with, tell us a little bit about you. Are you from Houston? Where'd you go to high school? Did you play any sports in high school? And what is one of your pet peeves? Something that you absolutely can't stand.
Right. Okay. So originally I'm from Austin, Texas. Shout out to Austin. In the house.
Keeping it weird.
Yeah. With the old Austin, you know, where they always said that, but I'm from the east side of it. But Austin, Texas, man, I went to high school, elementary, middle school out there. Back in Chicago too. I always claim Chicago because my father from Chicago, so I would go up there all the time. So, you know, Austin, Chicago is pretty much, you know, you catch whatever day you catch me on, I might say Chicago. It just depends on who asks me. But Austin, Chicago, you know what I mean? I played basketball. Yeah, I played ball. I mean, I was on the team, you know, rode the bench a little bit. That's where the jokes come from, though. You know what I mean? That's
where the comedy come from. Bench warmer. We're gonna talk about the bench warmer.
The comedy come from not getting in the game. I had to find something to do. So I have me and Big Wayne, my dog Big Wayne. He was on the bench with me. I just have Big Wayne cracking up through the whole game, and so that's the jump off of it right there. But played a little basketball high school. Then I moved to Houston with the TSU. Shout out to TSU. Shout out to the Tigers.
Yes.
Yeah. My class, I was there in 03 and 04. We the ones. We the reason y'all got the bowling alley and all that. My class brought that in because we didn't have all that.
That was
but
your
when
class
I left,
who did all that.
Yeah, we did that.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Salute. But TSU, and so that's how I ended up in Houston. I went to TSU. So I knew the city. So when I left college, I didn't graduate. So when I dropped out of college, went back home, worked a little bit, and then I moved to Houston probably about 10 years ago.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What's some of your pet peeves? What are some things that you absolutely can't stand? Or your top pet peeve? Let's just put it that way.
Probably talking to people that I don't know for too long. Like, I'm not a big talker, so I gotta be something going on, right? So like new people, when the conversation go past where it's supposed to go past, it's like now get awkward. You know what I mean? So
you're looking for your exit, right?
I'm looking for I'm always looking for the exit, dog. You know what I mean? That's me. Yeah, I just try to get up out the conversation, have time with some of these folks. But that just that, man, because I'm real laid back. You know, I do stand up, but outside of stand up, I be chilling. I ain't real loud. You know what I mean? I'm just different like that. So that and probably like when comedians start asking for shit all the time, like nigga be, you know what I mean, just want, hey man, can I get on the script? Like that shit be bothering me. Like nigga grind,
getting them on. Just asking for stuff,
Man,
well,
that right there.
It happens, if you're in a position to give people things, they're gonna shoot their shot. Closed mouth never get fed. So, people are always gonna ask. You just have to graciously say no or graciously say yes.
And that might be the problem. I don't know how
help them out. If it's something you don't. If it's something you don't want to do, so, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Sorry.
Yeah, I blame it on my kids all the time. My kids get the blame on all. If I don't want to do it, them baby, man, my little girl got a soccer game. God damn it.
There you go.
She got to kick the ball today. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But so biggest pet peeve,
when you mention a little girl, when you mention, the baby, you can't, there's no comeback for that. All you can say is, okay, I totally understand.
You can't say that nigga lying. You can't say I'm lying. It's the baby.
I know, right? I know. So I'm going to ask you this. How did you know you were funny? When did it happen in school? Did it happen by accident? Because my brother Barry, real quick story, and then I'll let you answer about how you knew you were funny and how that came about. But my brother Barry, hi mom. Tell mom I was going to say hello. My brother Barry is hilarious, right? But you know how you have those funny people, they're funny, but they're not, they might not be stage ready funny. He got jokes, but there's no transitions between the jokes. He just naturally funny. I don't want to say corny, but he's funny.
He's
like
funny,
every time we get together, he has
the card
family
games,
cracking up.
Rolling.
Cracking up. I'm like, dude, you need to go to amateur night somewhere. I don't care where it is, in your city, my city, some strange city where you feel comfortable and nobody knows you, but you need to go get on the stage somewhere. So
he needs to do it.
Yeah, I just wanted
Barry,
to
get your ass up there.
Throw that out there, but I don't think that's something he'll ever do. He's like, no, I'm good.
It's definitely different.
But he's hilarious.
It's a different type of funny. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a different type of funny because I got, a lot of my guys are funny. I grew up with some funny guys, but through stand-up, it's a little different.
It's a different animal. It's a different animal. So how did you know you were funny? How did you come across your comedy skill?
I guess, I always pointed to two things. Like I said, being on the bench playing basketball with Big Wayne, having him cracking up, and he just dying on the bench. We getting in trouble because what I'm saying. That and my best friend, may he rest in peace, Smoke. He got a camcorder. He got a camcorder our sophomore year in high school. And, man, we would just film, like, pretty much what we doing now with skits and all that, man. We was doing that back in 99, 2000. You know what I'm saying? Back when we were putting them on VHS. Yeah, so we was kind of big in the city from doing these little skits and short films. And so just doing that, man, kind of just being like a co-star of that, but still finding the funny people reciting the lines when we go back to school. They didn't seen the video, like tapes just floating of our little skits and short films. So I say those two things, man. When Smoke got that camera, he put that camera in our face. It brought out a whole different personality. You know what I mean? Because we was all trying to be thug. You know how that go. But that camera, man, that camera brought out a whole different personality. And I think that's what we found out funny. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us. But I'm the only one who do stand up. But I think when Smoke got that camera, that's what did it right there.
Yeah. You know so he played a really important role.
And just being with a lot of the guys. Yeah, and I'm saying like a lot of the guys funny as hell. Like all my buddies, like everybody funny, man. Everybody can do this shit that I hang with. And just being with them, man, being in college, sitting at our table. Nobody wanted to come sit at our table because we ranking on everybody.
Right.
That's where we come from.
They
you know
like,
what I'm saying? So,
I'm going over there. You're making fun of me, embarrassing me, right?
Yeah, man. So shout out to all my guys, man. Y'all know who y'all is, dog. You know what I mean? My whole group. So we all just some funny guys.
I know they support you 100%, right?
Yeah. I got a cold little support system. Yeah, I do. I can't front.
That's good. Yeah. What jobs did you have? I mean, what is this like your main career? You doing something else on the side? I mean, what else did you do, or what else have you done before comedy? And what else are you skilled in? What else do you do, if anything,
man,
outside?
So I ain't gonna lie, like I gotta shout out my OG Bruce, because he got me out here, man.
Bruce.
Yeah, like my schedule's so clear, like I can literally make my own schedule. Like I'm in a sweet spot right now. As far as anything, man, I done did everything. I done worked in the warehouse, goddamn telemarketing, fast food, tables, janitorial. I was one of them niggas who would just, I ain't know what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in high school, I bullshitted all through 4 years, got up out of there. And I swear to God, like the last few months, our high school would put Polaroids of the students and they say what college they going to under the. So I see all like hundreds of pictures of niggas going to college. I'm just walking through and I'm looking. I'm like, shit, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do when I get up out this one. You know what I mean? Like I didn't plan for the high school. Like man, I was having so much fun in high school, man. It was just a ball, and I did not think further than that. You know what I mean? Like my mama was just graduate high school. She was one of them mamas. Graduate high school, and whatever you do after that, you will figure it out. You know what I mean? So I ain't really had those go to college, graduate college type conversations. It was just graduate high school.
At least get your diploma, and then
get a diploma,
if you don't have a preset, if you don't have a preset plan already, at least get your diploma, and then try to figure it out if you know you're not going to college. So
and that was it, man.
Just go to work, get a job.
Yeah. So this stand up shit, it really just fell in my lap, honestly. A couple of the homies was doing music. I started doing funny sketches on their albums. And and that's just how it took off, honestly. And I went to open mic one night to see what I had to do to get up to the comedy club. And that night just happened to be open mic night. And so they told me to sign up.
That's what I was going to ask you. So your first performance was on stage, was open mic night somewhere, right?
Well, my very first performance was my buddy. We worked at the music store. His name DJ Hella Yella. Shout out to Hella Yella. He a dope DJ, big DJ in Texas. Shout out to him.
All right.
But we worked at the music store, and he was doing these local battles, like local rap battles. And I was telling him how I want to do stand up. He was like, "Well, shit, come host the rap battle, and do some comedy or whatever." So that's how I started. I was hosting rap battles, doing little jokes, talking about niggas. I did that for a few months. And then I transitioned over to the comedy club to see how I can get on at the comedy club. You know what I mean? So that's how I started. But I started doing like rap battles, little concerts like that. And then I went to the comedy club. Maybe like six months after that, I went to go see how I can get on and what it take to get on at the comedy club. And I walked in on a Wednesday night. It was open mic night. And they said, shit, you just got to sign up. And I signed up and went on stage. I had 4 minutes, I think it was, and I just kind of freestyled 4 minutes, talked about my day, got some laughs, and I was like, oh, this shit all right. I didn't kill it, it wasn't like nigga, but I did well enough to be like, oh, okay, I can do that shit again. You know what I mean? I kind of like that. It was cool. The atmosphere was cool.
Yeah.
It was just like a different like none of my homeboys know about this shit. I can do this shit, and like it's a whole like almost on some Batman shit. You know what I mean? At night, you turn into a different nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I lead the hood, I lead the homies and shit. Go to the comedy club, be around all these white folks, and just getting a different type of like, oh, okay, lingo, just being around different shit. That's where that Austin Weird shit come from. Yeah.
And all of that.
I started seeing all the white folks. Okay, that's why they say Austin Weird. This is why they say. I never realized it.
That is a straight up fact too. So you weren't nervous when you went on that on the big stage that time? Were you nervous at all? And I know you said when you hit the stage, you're like you transform into the comedian, the performer. So the nervousness is not there, right? Or do you have butterflies when you're in the green room though, or it disappears on stage?
That first time I did it, I ain't really had time to be nervous because, like I said, I didn't know it was open mic night. So I went up there. Yeah, he would just like sign up, and I'm like, oh, okay, shit. I couldn't be like, oh no, I'm just asking. Like, no, I already asked him. He told me to sign up, so I signed up. I think I had like maybe 10 in front of me, 10 people in front of me. They doing 4 minutes, so they ain't, that's like 20, 30 minutes. I grabbed a little beer. I sat in the back. I kind of listened to see what how it go, and I'm like, oh, they just telling stories about their day. And do it. But now, I don't really call it nervousness no more. I call it more like I'm just anxious to get up there. You know what I mean? The butterflies.
I'm just ready to go do it.
I'm just ready to get up there and get this first laugh so my shoulders can drop and I can really just get in the pocket. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what it is. It's, I'm more nervous on my beginning. Once if I can begin real good, I'm good the whole way through.
You're skating the rest of the way. Right.
I'm good the whole way through.
So give us some of the names of the clubs that you performed at. I know Improv, and what are some of the other big clubs that you've performed at?
Man, so pretty much pretty much all of the improvs in the U.S. I done been with Bruce. I've been traveling with Bruce for about 4 years now, so I done pretty much seen a lot of the clubs. So now we making a transition into like smaller theaters, casinos, arenas, shit like that. So that's the next focus is how I can get on some of these type shows with the theaters and shit like that. I've done a few of them, but that's pretty much the next step. Is trying to figure out how to get on some of these theater shows where I can open up and and start networking on that level of it. You know what I mean? But the comedy clubs, I'm pretty much engulfed in all of the clubs out here, from Texas, California, East Coast, Midwest. Yeah, so it's just a matter of me keeping my little online thing going, building my little following, and just trying to tap into these people to where they want to come and get dressed and pay money to come see a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like they like it so much, like they invested in it. So that's what we working on now. Trying to get that going.
You have 2 comedy albums out, right?
Yeah, comedy album. One comedy album is a full length. That one came out about 2 years ago. 2020, about 2 years ago. That one called Side Betting. That's on Amazon, Spotify, all Apple Music, Tidal. If you got Tidal, download it on Tidal because I get more money from Tidal than these other money. So Tidal.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, they give you more on the stream. So shout out to Tidal.
Titles.
Yeah, Tidal. So we got the 2 albums and then we dropped the EP last year for New Year's. Joke dealing in the pandemic. That's when the COVID shit jumped off at the beginning. So I had a lot of jokes that I had written while we were sitting down. So I went to the club and just put it on and recorded it and dropped a little, I think it's like 15 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a little EP. And so we got those 2. We got those 2 floating around right now. I got the Pandora station. Type in Bryson Brown on Pandora. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah.
You had. I saw one of your jokes, and COVID is by no means funny, so I'm not making fun of it at all. But you had one joke where you was like, "Man, what's going on?" You was like, "People ain't wear masks anymore." You walk in a place and you want to wear your mask, and you like, "What the hell?"
You the only one with the mask.
Because I'm the only person wearing a mask now. What's
you tuck your shit way down there. You nervous? Like, oh, I ain't gonna wear a mask. So I'm gonna take my shit off then. I think everybody's safe.
I know, it's like, do I wear the mask? Do I not wear the mask?
It's
Why
so
am I the only person in here with a mask on?
All of this virus stuff confusing. You really don't know how to carry yourself. Now they got it with a virus. They switching, they intertwining with each other.
I know.
COVID, philosophy. It's all type of shit going on.
Flu Rona, that's 45 names. Every day you wake up, you got to watch the news to see, okay, what was happening yesterday that's different today. It's like, what's going on? We all in a state of confusion. We don't know if we're going to coming, right?
Yeah,
Don't know
just
who
put
going
a coat on, and one of them rivalry masks. You'll be all right. You know what I mean? Shit. Just cover your skin and your whole
Everybody's
face.
scared of everybody. A lot of people took advantage of wearing the ski masks, though. They're like, man, we can move around. People don't know who we are.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
How
do you come up with your material, Bryson? Do you like sit down? Do you bounce it off of people? Do you, come up with it in your head, write it down? And how do you come up with your material? How do you know what's good, what's bad, and what do you feel comfortable with and you're not sure about? How do you come up with that?
So for me, it's really all about experience. You know what I mean? I gotta have went through it, or one of the guys going through it. You know what I mean? Something that I can really talk about in depth. So first of all, I ask myself, okay, what's going on with me right now? And so I try to pick and choose some little things, and just write a few little things, and I leave room for the little stage for the improv. You know what I'm saying? I don't write the whole joke. I really just write a sentence or two little bullets. You know what I mean? Okay. So, for instance, that COVID joke, right? So, for that COVID joke, the only thing I wrote was, nobody want to wear the mask no more. You know what I mean? So, I wrote that. And I was like, okay. I just went on stage and kind of just formed it. Yeah, I just kind of formed the joke, record it, you go back and listen to it, and then it's like a puzzle. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like a puzzle. You'll write a few things, and then you leave room for your mind to kind of go on stage.
For you to improvise.
Yeah, get the freestyle going. You know what I'm saying? You might, how the energy, see where the energy. That's why I say, I'm gonna see where the energy take me with this.
Yeah,
you know
if it's strong in some places, you roll with it. If you're not getting like responses, you gonna kind of chill, lay back, and move on to the next one, right?
Let's go and get up out of there. I ain't feeling this one. Right. So it's all about experience with me, man. I gotta be going through it, or somebody I know going through it, or. You know what I mean? An old story, something like that. You know what I mean? So, day-to-day type stuff. I like my jokes. I like when people hear my material. I like when motherfuckers, I love when I hear niggas be like, man, that's some real shit right there. Mm-hmm. Like, I be on stage and nigga be laughing and you just hear, man, that's some real shit right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love that. Like, that's feeling, to hear that chatter, man. That's some real shit right there, boy.
It seems like a lot of your material is real. I mean, we base things off of real life, and some of it is sad, some of it is, but if you put a spin on it, a lot of stuff, that happens to us in real life can be twisted into something funny. You got to make light of things that are happening. Make light of it and keep it moving, right?
Yeah, I'm working on something about me having COVID. Like, I ain't had no symptoms, but that shit was probably scarier than having symptoms. And now you waiting on the symptoms.
Right. You're like, okay, what's going to happen to me when I wake up tomorrow?
Yeah, let's say day 5 supposed to be the worst day. Day 5 ain't shit happen. Now you looking day 6 the worst day. You don't know what day gonna hit you. So, it's just experiences, and then you just put it in your own way. You feel me?
It's the mystery of it all. It is, what are your reactions, like people that you don't know, if you meet somebody in the airport, or if you're filling out some paperwork and it says profession, how do people react when you say I'm a professional stand-up comedian? Do they like start telling jokes? Do they be like, this
let me hear something, tell me a joke, let me hear a joke? You be like, no. Can't turn this shit on. I ain't here for that, bro. We in the grocery store.
I'm filling out some paperwork.
Let me hear a joke. Let me hear something. So you a comedian, so you do let me tell you about this one. Have you heard this joke? Nigga want to tell you some shit they didn't heard. You should say this. Nigga want to tell you what you should say. Like, nigga, you should get on stage then.
Right. Yeah, they want to take something funny. Hey, man, this is funny. You should talk about this next time. Let me tell you what happened.
Let me tell you what, you should say this. It's always that. But the worst one is, let me hear something. You got a little quick one? Let me hear one of your quick ones. Nigga move their fingers and shit. Let me hear one of them quick, like gonna magically come out. Let me hear one of them quick ones. Okay. Get your ass up out of here.
Speaking of quick, tell me one. I always interject something fun. Some kind of fun icebreakers or some weird questions into my interviews, just to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. So, what's your funniest answer to this one? It's an old school joke. I don't even know where it came from. I don't know how it
probably some Red Fox
where
shit.
It derives from, but everybody got multiple answers to this. Why'd the chicken cross the road?
Because he said it. He
heard it to get to the other side. You cannot say that.
I was gonna say because the nigga said it was hot as fish grease over there. Fish grease fried chicken. Okay, y'all slow as hell. Y'all
He smelled some fish. He smelled some fish. He was like, I'm out. I gotta get out of the camp.
He heard a nigga say, man, it's hot as fish grease over here. That nigga crossed the street. He said, hell no.
Oh my God! Right. Who makes you laugh, Bryson? You've toured with some amazing comedians as well. Who makes you laugh? And what tour? Who do you tour with that it is just like tons of fun? We're not throwing anybody else under, saying, oh, they're not fun. But who have you toured with, and who do you have the most fun with? What was the most fun tours that you've been on relative to the comedians that you were with?
Man, so the guys who make me laugh, man, Ali Sadiq, that's my OG. Yeah. That's who I come up under. That's who I started traveling with first. You know, that's who really put me on the road and kind of got me my Houston stamp. You know what I mean? So Ali, of course Bruce. You know, that's my OG. Oh, yeah. You know, I sit and watch Bruce show, and you know, sometimes I just sit back and just watch him. You know what I mean? So. Earthquake is hands down my favorite comedian. K-Dub from out of Atlanta, he one of my favorites. And then my dog Ira Coleman. I gotta say, my dog Ira, who traveled with me and Bruce, he's one of probably the most funniest. You know what I mean? You know. Okay. Yeah, he a problem. You know, Ira Coleman. He do Mr. Good. I don't know if you've seen these skits, Rutherford Jones, Mr. Good Job.
Yes.
The pastor with the crown royal. He do all those characters. And so he traveled with us. I know you're talking about now, Funny. So, you know, and then it's a whole, you know, oh my God, my team, I'll be here naming niggas for days. But you know, a lot of comics make me laugh, but you know, those probably like my top 5 that I watch, and I kind of be like, all right. It's you know, I feel like, my level. Those are some really good ones. But you know who kills me, have my ribs cracking, crying, I can't breathe, just falling out of my seat? Who that?
Lavelle
Crawford. I was gonna say
is stupid.
I was gonna say Tony Robbins or Lavelle Crawford. That's what I was gonna say before you said something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lavelle is crazy.
His voice.
Yeah, it's something about him, right? It's his voice. He don't even have to say anything. I'm like, just stand there. And he even has a skit where he says, big boy, I got to take a break. I got to have a breathing break. I'm just breathing. And he'll stand there for maybe 5 seconds and not say anything.
I've never seen Lavelle live. Hadn't seen them. It's a few comics that I hadn't seen live that I want to see that I still hadn't got a chance. You know, I'll be traveling so much, I just hadn't been able to see him.
You just kind of, it's hit or miss. Yeah. Right?
He one of them. Yeah, Lavelle, I want to see him live. I hadn't seen him live yet.
He's hilarious. I'm always at the Improv. I've seen you, of course, but I'm a believer in laughter is good for the soul. So it absolutely does it for me. If I'm having a bad day, or you know, if anything is going on in my life, I even pull it up on TV. I go to Netflix and I just start watching comedy back to back to back to back.
And that's the cool thing about being a comic now, man, with the YouTube, and it's so much ways to catch up. You know, I didn't realize, like, it's actually stand-up comedian fans. Like, it's people that come to comedy shows. Like, it don't matter, no matter who headline, they just love comedy. So, I'm in the club enough to see these faces like, oh, shit, they just comedy fans. So, I done met people who really like stand-up, like, as the art. You know what I mean? So, it's dope to meet. Yeah, it's dope to meet them. Like, they love it like music, damn near. You know what I mean? It's like they'll sit and watch YouTube videos all day and just stand up back to back. They'll listen to the albums, you know what I mean? It's people inbox me like, bro, when the new shit, I'm caught up on everything. Like, hold on, you moving too fast, bro. You know, so shout out to the real comedy fans that really respect the art and really, no matter if it's a big name or somebody you ain't heard of, you go support that shit and you give all the comics a chance to, you know what I mean, to lend that ear, man. Real
exactly. Shit. Most definitely. I hear you on that. That's good. Do you have like a favorite joke that you like to tell, or I know you change your material quite often, but do you have this one joke that just really gets the audience going every single time, no matter how many times you tell it, or you know, what, or topic, even joke or topic that just kills the audience?
Man, so a lot of my favorites I kind of retired. Like I put them on the album, or it's kind of like I'm on that new phase of this new stuff. But I love talking about the car repairs. I love doing my mechanic material because everybody got have car problems. So when I break out that mechanic, it's like, so that, when I talk about date night, night, you know what I mean, that, you know what I mean, my favorite joke is probably it's funny. Is that my favorite joke that I like to say is I talk about being a parent homeschooling, being a full-time parent inside outside, and I say how I got so fed up one day. I called my daddy like, nigga, I understand why you left. I ain't even mad no more, player. I get it.
I get it. I'm not even mad anymore.
I see why you left. God damn, nigga want to play all day. These kids, it's too much responsibility every day.
We good. I forgive you for leaving us. It's okay.
Like, nigga, I seen them on the weekends. It was same love, nigga.
I know, right?
So, but that's probably my favorite jam. I don't know. I just like
right. And I totally get it. That's hilarious. What are some of your funniest? Well, not funny. Well, yeah, because everything you do is funny, but your controversial topics. I know you have some that are controversial. A lot of people, they throw in race and other things. What are your most controversial topics that you talk about on stage that might get you some crazy looks or some, we don't want to hear that? Controversial topics. What do you put out there?
And I won't even say controversial. I'll probably say the topic that probably I feel like when I get to talking political a little bit, you know what I mean, talking about presidents and shit, because, politics, certain people voted over here, certain votes, so you never, you always throw a chance of dividing the room, you know what I mean? Like certain people don't last, so probably when I get into the political type shit, so that's why I always try to stay right in the middle. I talk about each side. I don't never go one way. It's always Democrats, so I'm always in the middle. So probably that. I wouldn't say controversial, but shit that can divide the room.
They could be. If not handled properly, it could be controversial. Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be smart about it. Yeah.
So probably when I go political, you know what I mean, sometimes I can probably go a little, start talking a little too black for their ass sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But shit, it is what it is. It's always real shit at the end of the day. I ain't saying it,
that's
to be
true.
mean. It's always what I perceive to be mean. It's some real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's the perfect way to handle it, because some comedians they're one-sided. And, it's not really smart to be that way. I know, but they're real adamant about their beliefs. And they stand by that, too.
I try to talk for everybody, you know what I mean? In some type of way or form, I try to talk for everybody. I ain't saying I'm playing it safe. I ain't saying I'm trying to be too friendly. But what I'm saying is, like,
it's smart.
I'm a well-rounded individual. I can go kick it with anybody and be cool, you know what I'm saying? And so that my comedy come off like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, But I definitely talk for us, a little more. But I can talk for everybody. I get in there, and, comfortable with it all.
Right. But speaking of politics, one thing I noticed, and it's been for years and years and years and years, and it's always pretty consistent. 90% of the comedians don't have anything positive to say about Trump, and I'm gonna stop at that. But everybody was throwing them jabs. They was throwing them jabs at Trump. So,
it was an easy
and the audience went crazy too. I didn't hear anybody booing at all. They were like,
Yeah, but within that, it depended on what your demographic was in your room you performing in. Because I done did some shows, in front of. Yeah, I done did some shows in front of them folks, and I got to talking that shit on Trump, and nigga was looking at me like, hold on. You ain't see them trucks outside? There was a whole bunch of trucks out there. I want to look at that parking lot before you come up here.
You had to take the back exit. Get up out of there, huh?
Yeah, so it depends on your demographic, but I think it's all, man, it's funny, man. If you put that shit down and it's funny, it's like, shit, you can talk shit about Trump and they can be a Trump supporter, but if it's funny and it is what it is, they gonna laugh at it. You know what I mean? If they ain't shit, they ain't, you don't want them fucking with you anyway.
Okay, there you go. It is what it is, right? Have you ever been flat out booed? Have anyone ever said boo, like for real, like booed you? And if so, how did you handle that? You hadn't had any eggs thrown in your face or anything crazy.
Nah,
right?
I just had a nigga yell out, who next? But I ain't never been booed. I had, some, like one nigga in the back yell out, you know what I mean? Who next? Some little shit. The nigga hate that, shit like that. But I ain't never been like, I did so bad from the beginning to the end that nigga was just ready for me to get off stage. Or
straight up booed,
Now, I done had some shows where ain't went as good. Like, you know, the jokes that killed, they usually kill, man. They ain't really do what they supposed to do tonight. You know what I mean? You know, usually the way I was delivering it, or it just wasn't, you know what I mean? It just wasn't my night that night, however it goes. So I done had some of those where it's just, you know, a little quieter than usual, or the laughs are real spotty. You know, they're not consistent. It's like niggas laugh and then and they quiet.
Yeah.
Like, damn, okay, y'all ain't even letting me get in the pocket. I gotta come with the next one real quick. So, you know, you had those. But
it just wasn't a full kill it night, huh?
Yeah. It's some, you know, it's a good little 50-50 night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had some of those.
They have security in those places, right? Do they have, I know hecklers are... How do they handle the hecklers? Anybody got to get escorted out?
Comedy club security be the niggas who work in the kitchen. They ain't got no real security in there. They put on their black shirt and watch the door.
Stop it. Are you serious?
It depends on where you go. You know what I mean? Some of them got security because they need it. You know, the little area. You know, the little crowd might be a little antsy, but for the most part, ain't no security in there.
Or some drunk people trying to crawl up on stage and get crazy. I think all comedy clubs should have security. Just like a club, like they have bouncers, comedy clubs should have security, especially when jokes are being told, people don't agree, they don't like it, and they're drinking. You need security.
It happens. You know, we see it all the time. You see little clips where somebody be on stage and somebody jumped on stage to have a conversation with motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Don't jump on. Look, I'm telling folks, do not come on stage while I'm going to swing that microphone stand because I'm little. I don't fight well no more. In my hands, I don't know how fast they is. So
you're going to use everything around you.
I'm using the mic stand. It's coming across you. It's coming across all this.
And you don't want that. You don't want that, people.
So just stay away from me.
That's right. Don't mess with BRYSON.
I'm little.
He has a microphone and he knows how to use it.
Yes. I'm little. I ain't fought in years. You know what I'm saying? You know, you practice in the mirror, but the shit ain't gonna come out when you really got to get in the fisticuffs with a nigga. So I don't even want to, you know what I mean? I'm just going to swing the stand. I'm swinging the stand.
There you go.
It's coming.
That'll do the most damage anyway, so you good.
It's coming.
Okay. It's coming. We're going to interject another fun fact here. How would you finish this sentence? I am not the guy, and I will never, fill in the blank. I'm not that guy, and I will never.
The first thing that popped up is eat booty. I ain't eating no damn booty. I don't know why it just popped up.
No way.
I ain't eating no ass.
Trick Daddy was the receiver, not the giver. Okay, never mind.
I ain't need no ass. That's the first thing that popped up. I don't know. You said I will never. Like when you said I will never, that's what popped up. Eat ass. I ain't gonna never eat ass. No.
Your breath is stinking afterwards, right?
I don't even see the enjoyment in that.
Stinky.
That's the first thing. When you said you would never, that's the first thing that popped up.
That's the first thing.
There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit I never do, but that's the first thing that popped up. Eat ass.
I know that's right.
You know ass. I don't give a damn how many songs they make about it, how the verses sound, the ad-libs. Eat that. I don't give a damn. I ain't eating ass.
Okay.
You can falsetto sing that motherfucker. I don't give a damn how well you sing it.
I heard that. Hey, talk to me about Bench Warmer and The Beef Continues. You got these skits that you do that is hilarious. You insert yourself into these scenes, and it is so freaking funny. How'd you come up with those skits? Those are hilarious.
Man, so The Bench Warmer is just, like I say, it's just some real shit. I was sitting down one day watching a basketball game, and I was sitting watching the niggas on the bench. And I was like, man, I remember I used to be on the bench. And I was like, man, shit, if I was in the NBA, I wouldn't even be tripping, bro. Like, niggas be tripping about playing time in the NBA shit. I know motherfuckers making some bread. So I just went out and recorded one. And it just, and the shit just kind of took off from there, you know what I mean? But, so the Bench Warmer, he'll be back in the playoffs. You know what I mean? You know, we bring him out. Yeah. He coming back when the NBA playoffs start. We're going to bring him back. Because these niggas play too many games. It's hard to record that many. Yeah. I be missing shows. These niggas play again. So the Bench Warmer, so that's where that come from, man. Just real life, sitting on the bench, having conversations, and just, you know, nigga just be on it. He don't care. He getting paid. He got him a little Benz, a little Audi. He got him a little condo. You know what I mean? He know LeBron a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know LeBron a little bit. You feel me? He ain't tripping. You know LeBron calls him sometimes.
Deposits are hitting the bank. I'll just be sitting right over here.
Like he say, everybody, hey, look, it's all signed and cursive at the bottom. Yeah, a check is a check.
Exactly.
So the bench warmer, the beef continues. That was just some ignorant shit. Motherfucker, how niggas be talking when they beefing. They never say a nigga name. They just on the camera, FaceTime, and just talking to the camera, hoping the nigga hear the shit. So that's where that come from. Just rappers, really. That's what rappers do. And rappers, really.
They rapping about somebody and hoping that person is listening, right?
Listening. Well, he don't even know you talking about him because you ain't saying his name. So the beef continue. That's where that come from.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then the Freddie Slocum, the therapist, that's just some shit, that the therapist, Freddie Slocum, he the therapist you go to, he gonna tell you about his problem. You gonna pay him to hear about his problem.
He don't care about you. He's gonna be talking about himself the whole time. Why are we here again?
He a therapist and he a prepaid lawyer. He gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? If you need any help, come holler at Freddie.
Hilarious. I love it. I love those skits.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna kick them back off. Yeah, we're kicking them back off sometime next week, man. I got something in the tub and I'm gonna start dropping. I'm just trying to record enough so a nigga ain't recording one, dropping one, and then recording one, dropping one. I got, a few of them in line so I can kind of take a little break. Sit down. I ain't gotta, what I mean? Yeah. So that's what we doing with it. Different little approach.
Amazing. I love it. We're looking forward to all those skits popping back up for us.
Appreciate it.
Do you remember, sad note here, do you remember where you were and what you were doing? Lavelle is only my favorite comedian now because my absolute favorite comedian passed away.
Who was that?
Pops. John
Witherspoon.
Oh my
man.
God, I love him.
Guy.
Bang, 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 bang. And we gotta coordinate. And let me put some hot sauce on my burrito.
Man, I love John. Yeah, he was cool. He was so cool. I was able to work with him 2 times. Once with my man Eddie B down in the casino. That's when I first met him, and then I worked with him again at the Houston Improv. Yeah, working. He was cool, man. He had a big binder of just jokes, and he would bring out this big binder after every show, and he would just go through them. And it was just Joe. I'm like, nigga, how many? It's like it was old as hell. Like you tell niggas had it since like the 60s or something.
For 40, 50 years.
Yeah, I'm like, it's all jokes, man. And he would just sit back and talk. And the cool thing about John, like, if I ever get to a point where I get in the movies, right, and I have these popular lines like bang, 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 or you got to coordinate like he did. What he did was he would do all that shit at the beginning of the show. When he come on stage, he gonna do all the lines you niggas love. Yep. And then he gonna go into his shit. So he gave y'all what the shit y'all love him for. He gonna give it to you up front, and then he went into his shit. And so I learned that, like, okay, that's dope, man. Give it to them first. That's the shit they come to see. They want to hear it. Don't run from it. You know what I mean? Say that shit. You might be tired of saying bang, 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 but these niggas love it, so you gotta say it. They paid $30 to hear you say bang, 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 nigga. So and that's the shit he was telling me. You know what I mean? This shit came out his mouth. So I was like, okay. So he gave me some good game, man.
Give him all the good stuff. Kill him up front, right?
Yeah. We was able to chop it up, man. It was cool. Him, Bruce and I, we all went to breakfast in Dallas. He was working at the Arlington Improv. We were working at Addison. We was doing radio at the same spot, radio promo. We all went to breakfast. So to hear him and Bruce tell old stories, it was just dope, man. He was a dope individual, man. From what I known and what I heard and met, John Witherspoon, one of those guys, man.
Yeah, he was cool people. Every time he came to Houston, I was there. I have pictures with him, and he was just a cool guy, So it was really sad when he passed. That was sad. I was sad.
He loved chicken wings. He just ordered chicken wings the whole week. He just the chicken wings, the hot sauce. He loved chicken wings.
He really did. Yeah, that was funny.
He'll be talking to you. I need chicken wings, hot sauce.
He was eating those chicken wings and hot sauce.
He's eating wings.
Wow, man. Yeah, well, he's definitely missed.
Yeah,
he's definitely missed. At least we have his movies. We have his movies. We got his stand-up. We have all of that to keep him living, and he lives in our hearts.
Yeah, he left some stuff for us. He definitely did that.
He did.
He left something for us. He did that. And everything he was on, every movie he killed the spot. You know what I mean?
He did.
It's like every movie he killed that shit. Almost like another guy who played Pinky. I can't think of his name, but played Pinky.
Yes. In the Pink, they had the record shop on Friday.
Every role he played, he killed that shit. It can be a small role, but you're gonna remember him when he come about that thing. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah,
he is an amazing actor.
That.
Yes.
I like that.
He is very good. What are the pros and the cons about what you do? What is pros and the cons, the good and the bad, the highs and the lows.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
because you're away a lot. I'm sure that's one of the things.
I'll be complaining. To be complaining, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm so my little old, where I'm at right now, so clear. I can make my own schedule. I'm seeing shit. I'm doing what I want to do. So pretty, the hardest thing probably just leaving the family. You know what I mean? For those few days. And if I'm gone weekend after weekend, it's just I'm at the crib 4 days after week. You know what I mean? You might miss some shit. You might miss little things you gonna miss. So that's probably the hardest thing is missing. I got little babies too, 7. My oldest is 7, my little baby 1.5. So, just missing, certain shit the nigga gonna miss. You know what I mean? But other than that, everything else gravy, dog. This shit, I was working in the warehouse.
That is
I was trying to
amazing.
Finish it out at one point, so this gravy, it's gravy. I ain't got no complaints with this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm so happy to hear that. And, we shouldn't complain anyway. We should just, like I said earlier, find the positives in everything. There's always a positive to every negative. Complaining is not going to fix anything. We should just look for solutions.
Find a positive and find a solution. That's it. Anything else you just wasting that energy on, it's gonna just fuck your whole mental up even more. You feel what I'm saying?
Negativity.
So,
no place for negativity.
At all. Not this year anyway. At all.
So BRYSON, in your regular daily life, are you that serious about my business guy when you're not on stage? Are you funny just at home? Are you cracking jokes? Not necessarily cracking them, but just being funny at home.
Yeah, man.
Or when
my
you're
daughter,
out with your friends.
My daughter tell me every 5, Daddy, you so funny, Daddy. So I got them cracking up in the house all day. Really, man, I just be chilling. I kick it with my homeboys. We get together, we do our thing. Other than that, man, I'm probably just trying to find some good strains. I like smoking and shit. I like trying different weeds. That's what I'm into. You know what I mean? So
okay.
So just finding different strains, getting this bread, doing comedy, making sure the family good. Everything else everything else is extra.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So
life is good for you right now.
Man, it really is. I'm smiling all day, man. I ain't got shit bad to say. So I just kick it, man. If you know me personally, Bryson he just chill. If you know me, we funny, we cracking jokes within a circle and shit. But if you don't know me, I'm quiet, I'm laid back, I'm probably gonna be in the cut. When I go to a club or something, I'm at the bar. I don't go to the middle. I don't stand in the middle of the damn floor. I go get me a little drink and I sit at the bar and I just kind of watch. I observe.
Exactly. You're an observer. You just chilling in the cut for real, right?
Yeah, I'll be in the corner. I just look at it, you know what I mean? And just kind of observe and just, play my little position.
Yep. Hey, our time is about to run out real quick. What advice do you have for newbies? People that they're new in the industry or they want to get into the industry, what advice do you have for them?
Right. Man, write your own shit. You know what I'm saying? No stealing. Even if you hear something and you like, I got some, ain't none of that. You know what I mean? Don't listen to the next man's stuff and try to bleed your little shit into what they said. That's stealing too. No stealing and just stage time. Just stand on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you're going to develop at on stage.
That's good.
Motherfucker can't really tell you, they can't really tell you how to do this shit because it's different for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, shit, how I run my shit is different than how, my dogs run their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I love it.
So, So just,
that's good.
So no stealing and just stay on stage, man. Be original.
That's
Be
great.
You know what I mean?
Wonderful. So this is BRYSON Brown, everyone, professional stand-up comedian.
Man.
And again, thank you so much for being here. And I just want to
big love. Man, I appreciate it. I gotta come in the studio. I'm gonna come in the studio next time. I swear, and we're gonna chop it up. Yeah, I'm gonna come up in there on some co-host type shit.
We got you on that. I just want to thank our sponsor one more time. I want to let you guys know the show is sponsored by Lisa Roberts. She's your Texas realtor. And I told you guys earlier, to spice things up, Lisa is offering a Papados gift card to a lucky winner of this week's drawing. So you guys just DM me your name, your email address, and or your phone number. I'm going to get that information to Lisa. And if you want to triple your chances in winning this Papados gift card, send us along with your information the name of 3 other people. If you're not looking for a property, you're not looking to buy a home, you're not looking to sell a home, still, you can send those 3 people. Just put your name on there as the submitter of those 3 people, and you're still eligible to win that Papados gift card.
Yeah.
Okay? So send that information to me, you guys. I'll get that to Lisa. But just to give you a little insight and give you guys a really quick quiz on what's happening. What's a good reason to sell your property today? Okay, a lot of reasons. You need cash for retirement. You want to invest in other properties. Interest rates are going to be rising in 2022. And those are all good reasons, okay? The first step into buying a property or a home is to contact your realtor first. So that means call Lisa, Keller Williams Realty, Lisa Roberts, Leisa. She's going to help you guys out with that. Make sure you're managing your credit score, get your finances in order. And she's going to help you find that home, or if you want to sell, she's going to help you sell that property, okay? You guys contact Lisa Roberts, Leisa. She's going to maximize the value when you guys are selling your home. She's going to work for you throughout this complex process. She is your investment consultant, and she is your Texas realtor.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So again, DM me to win that Papados gift card. Lisa is going to reach out to you guys, help you sell your home, get you educated so that you don't fall into any traps. So sell your home, buying a home, Leisa Roberts. She is the one to go to. Keller Williams Realty, Southwest location.
Love.
Right? So thank you guys for watching Real Talk Houston. Again, this is episode 5. Thanks, Bryson Brown, for being here.
Appreciate you, Leonard.
Follow us at Real Talk Houston and Real Talk Houston Studios, and we'll see you next Thursday. We're going to have a special sports segment because Super Bowl is coming up. So we're going to have some sports segments coming up. So we got a hot guest coming next week, you guys. So tune in. Bye, Bryson. Thank you.
Appreciate you, love. I'll see you on the next
Bye,
one. Shout out to everybody in the studio, too. I heard y'all voices back there. Love.
Later, Bryson.
All right, now.